Number of records that we have received from the city of San Diego. As you can see, there were around 168,000 records that were captured over a 2-year period beginning January 1st, 2013 through the end of the year 2014. We will focus only, however, on the 144 or so, well, 144,000 or so records that were received for 2014. So we proceed directly to the detailed records for that year. A detailed record is simply a record that shows what happened when the person was stopped. There is a one-to-one or one-to-many relationship for the records that are vehicle stop records and the records of what happened that I call the search detail record. So here the very first record shows that the person was subjected to a field interview after being stopped. The second record shows many more things happening after this person was stopped. They first received a verbal warning, subjected to a field interview, had their vehicle searched, and someone detected the odor of contraband, and so on and so forth. So for every record that we have of a person being stopped, we should have a record of what happened after the stop. Unfortunately, we don't. We don't for somewhere about 7,000 or so records, but we won't get into that here. We then go to the place I call a dashboard. A dashboard is simply a device where a particular data element is attached to some graphic display. Here we'll have a combination of charts and gauges. Charts are useful in that they show the relationship between any two values. A gauge is something that we're familiar with on the dashboard of our vehicles. Here, the first person that, or the first group that we examined is the group that has been given the name white. Whites are the basis for comparison in as much as they are the majority group. Here, whites are generally shown as being representing 100% of every data element that's being examined. I already explained why that is. Except when we look at the relationship between the whites being stopped and white population for the area being examined. Here in the northern district, whites are stopped at 1.14% of their representation in the population. That is a over-policing indication, if you will. I'm not sure that is exactly what it means, but for these purposes we'll use that expression. I will then turn this thing into automated mode and watch as we go through each group. Each item that is examined has a pop-up that explains what it is. You will notice that the gauges become quite red when there is a display for blacks and Hispanics, and that is the purpose of this exercise. It is very clear from San Diego's data that there is a special standard of application when whites and blacks and Hispanics and others are being subjected to police powers. In every or almost every area of interaction, blacks and then Hispanics are treated the worst.